Respected dear friends, today is Pujya Gurudev's Jayanti. Let us begin our day by remembering him and doing a stotra chanting in our mind. Just listen, feel all gratitude towards him because because of him only we are on this path. Because of him only we are able to move ahead in this path. So everything in our life we owe everything to him only. So this is a great occasion to rededicate ourselves at his feet, requesting him, praying him to make us, bless us, to intensify our sadhana. May we reach to the ultimate goal very soon and then become his fit instrument in serving our Parabrahma Tattva, the Sanatana Dharma, the Vaidika Samskriti, the Adhyatma Jnana and Jivana. Om Shinmayananda Sadguroho Kripanugrahena Parabrahmaनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम अस्यां पूज्य श्री गुरोः जन्मदिवस समये अष्टोत्तर शतनाम पारायण द्वारा गुरु पूजां वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ ओंकारसूनमकरन्दरसं पिबन्तम् अध्यात्मभृङ्गमवनीतलभाग्यशृङ्गम् आनन्दपूर्णमतिमप्रतिमप्रभावम् श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि। ॐ अजाय नमः, ॐ अव्ययाय नमः, ॐ अविनाशिने नमः, ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः, ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः, ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः, ॐ अनिकेताय नमः, ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः, ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः, ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः, ॐ आनन्दाय नमः, ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः, ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः, ॐ ईश्वराय नमः, ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः, ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः, ॐ एकस्मै नमः, ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः, ॐ करुणासागराय नमः, ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः, ॐ कालातीताय नमः, ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः, ॐ कृतात्मने नमः, ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः, ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः, ॐ गुरवे नमः, ॐ गुणातीताय नमः, ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः, ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः, ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः, ॐ जगदात्मने नमः, ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः, ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः, ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः, ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः, ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः, ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः, ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः, ॐ तपस्विने नमः, ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः, ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः, ॐ तेजस्विने नमः, ॐ देहातीताय नमः, ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः, ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः, ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः, ॐ धीमते नमः, ॐ धीराय नमः, ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः, ॐ नारायणाय नमः, ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः, ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः, ॐ निस्पृहाय नमः, ॐ निरुपमाय नमः, ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः, ॐ नित्याय नमः, ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः, ॐ परमाय नमः, ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः, ॐ पावनाय नमः, ॐ पावकाय नमः, ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः, ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः, ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः, ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः, ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः, ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः, ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः, ॐ भूम्ने नमः, ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः, ॐ महर्षये नमः, Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahatmane Namaha, Om Medhavine Namaha, Om Yatatmane Namaha, Om Yajnakrite Namaha, Om Lokaprasiddhaya Namaha, Om Vangmine Namaha, Om Vibhave Namaha, Om Vinodapriyaya Namaha, Om Vitaragaya Namaha, Om Vedanta Vedyaya Namaha, Om Shantaya Namaha, Om Shanti Pradaya Namaha, Om Shastrodharakaya Namaha, Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namaha, Om Shruti Paragaya Namaha, Om Shrotriyaya Namaha, Om Sannyasine Namaha, Om Samabuddhaye Namaha, Om Satchidanandaya Namaha, Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namaha, Om Satya Sankalpaya Namaha, Om Santushtaya Namaha, Om Sadhave Namaha, Om Sumanase Namaha, Om Suhrude Namaha, Om Swayam Jyotishe Namaha, Om Sthitaprajnaya Namaha, Om Kshamashilaya Namaha, Om Jnanamurtaye Namaha, Om Jnanayogine Namaha, Om Jnanatruptaye Namaha, Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namaha, Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namaha, Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namaha, Om Shri Chinmayananda Sadgurave 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 Namaha. Remember him in the heart, rededicate to him with total upasana salutations and deep prayers that our this study of Shastras, which he blessed to start. On 8th May 2020, we started our regular study of our Veda mantras and Vedanta. From May 8th up to July 4th, we have done lot of Shanti mantras as well as the Suktams, etc., and also Rudram. From the July 4th onwards, we took up a study of the Upanishads. We started with Ishavasya, Kena, Kata, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya. Now we are doing Taittiriya. So that way, complete 3 years we have spent more than. Therefore, 18, 1100 days, 1000 and more days. Every day we are studying our Veda mantras or the Upanishads. All that is because of Puja Gurudev and entire Rishi Guru Devata Parampara. So to all of them we salute and we request them to be blessing us with more and more understanding, clearer, and doing sadhana reach to the siddhi in this very life. If our prayers are serious, sincere, true from the core of our heart, the blessings are definite, sure, certain for taking us to that experience. So let the whole day be spent in remembering Puja Gurudev as the expression of the divinity only coming to bless us. So his Rupa Dhyana, his Nama Smarana, his Leela and his Guna, his Karuna, all of those things today we can go on remembering and praying him to bless us. Mm. So let us start now our everyday's program of chanting Upanishad mantras, then studying the Upanishad with Bhashyam. We are doing Tritiya Bhruguvalli Parayanam. Let us do from this fourth paragraph. Let us do how many of them? Anna Brahmopasana Pura करेंगे आज. ॐ मनो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् मनसो ह्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते मनसा जातानि जीवन्ति मनः प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते ते तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् विज्ञानाध्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते विज्ञानेन जातानि जीवन्ते विज्ञानं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यतो स तपस्तप्त्वा आनन्दो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् आनन्दाध्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते आनन्देन जातानि जीवन्ते आनन्दं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तेति सैषा भार्गवी वारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतितिष्ठति अन्नवानन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या ओम शांति 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 ओम अतः श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यक अंतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत तद्वक्तारमावीत आवीन्माम् आवीद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अथ षष्ठोऽनुवाकः ॐ असन्नेव स भवते असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरिति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उता विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता ओ सोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येते सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Respected friends, wonderful. This is sixth Anuvaka. We have thoroughly studied it, but we have to have the repeated study contemplation for more and more clarity. Last, the summarizing thing. what Bhagavan said. Those 7 8 lines, if we can once more study and recollect to a great extent, we can remember what has been seen. And in that only lies what exactly sadhana we have to do, whether we are on the meditational seat or off the meditational seat. What is the last paragraph is kim asti nasti iti anuprashnah prakrutah. So whether that Brahman, Atman is there or not, that was the anuprashna by the disciple. Then tasya prativachana vishaye, to affirmatively, convincingly answer to that question of the disciple and anybody's such question once for all. What is done? Etad uktam. This started. These words were being spoken by the Shruti Mata. What did she say? Atma akamayata bahusyam iti. That self has desired and then it has become many or wanted to become many. That is what is the desire of self. So by this both the things are being given to us. One is the astitva brahma, second it is bhagwan brahma, his sankalpa or kamana for the entire creation, and nobody else is the cause. So this is how Sokamayata proves the existence of Brahman, consciousness of Brahman, and it is his that the whole Srishti has come up. These three things have to become very, very firm. By this, any other question, doubt regarding creation should go away from our mind. So therefore, is Brahman there? Yes, Asti. Is he there? Asti. As Jada or Chetana is Chetana Rupa. Why? Because so Kamayata. Then what Kamana he has done? Is his Kamana like all of us of the worldly things are, etc.? No. Bahusyam Prajayeya. Let me become many. Be attentive. Let me become many is a glorious Kamana. Expressing his fulfillment only, his completeness only. That is not, as we saw that time, while discussing this topic very exhaustively, very thoroughly, very clearly. One point we have to remember, ki we are limited and our kamana is to become infinite. Therefore, our kamana is prompted by that limitation, the ignorance and struggle and effort. Bhagavan is already infinite. Therefore, very, very carefully we have to understand is his kamana and our kamana are not same. Our is a bound kamana, binding one. His is not the binding kamana because he is not desiring to become infinite from the finite. Then he is already infinite. He just want to express as many, remaining in that infinitude. This thought should go deeply to ward off all the doubts, questions regarding Paramatma has become many when he created. He has never become many. He just is one without second all the time, but appearing as many. This thought, when you strongly hold, then the differentiations done on account of seeing the differences will reduce. To that extent, the mind becomes calm and quiet. Then simply just transcend the Rupanama consciously. We reach to that conscious self, which is the substratum of Rupanama. This is what is the Dhyanam. So that Sokamayata Bahusyam Prajayeya. From these two sentences, along with so many things to learn, the main thing is this. He is his consciousness, it is his Kamana. Though the word Shrutimata used is kamana, it should not be taken in its limited sense as we take for ourselves. We gave hundreds of examples that time. Like I desire to have food, so I cook or I go to hotel and eat. But a Lakpati or Karodpati desired to distribute the food for lakhs of people. Now, word used for me is desire, word used for him also is desire. Though the word is same, how much the Jamin Asman Farak difference is there in my desire as a beggar going for food, his desire to give food to all. See the difference? Though the word is used same. In the same way, In Bhagavan's Kamana, there is no truti or any limitation. It is he just want to appear as many. So that desire never binds him. Therefore, the fulfillment of the desire, expressing in the form of the entire cosmos or the universe, never binds him. Therefore, he is eternally in a liberated state only. That Brahman, that Paramatma, he is not bound. If he is bound, he is modified, then he is never available for us to recognize. Then we can never get moksha. So, this is how a deeper, subtler contemplation on the truth for intellectual understanding. But this intellectual understanding, after confirming that Paramatma is there as consciousness, he made a sankalpa to become many. Then there comes the next beautiful state. What is that? When he did sankalpa of many, then the many is created. Many is created. Out of where? Out of what? Out of whom? From him only. Because there is nothing other than him. Having created, has he disappeared from the created world? No, he is all pervading all the time. Then, what is the status of then that creation? Nothing but the manifestation of the unmanifest. What is the manifested? The unmanifest say nothing but the Rupa Nama. Therefore, Rupa Nama is mere manifestation of Parabrahman. Sorry, Srushti is mere the manifestation of the Rupa Nama from Parabrahma. So, Parabrahma, Rupa Nama, Rupa is equal to Srushti. Therefore, if you have to value the Srushti, don't value it as Rupa Nama alone. Value it as Paramatma in the Rupa Nama. Therefore, where is Paramatma in the Srushti? Everywhere. In the Srushti, everywhere, where what is there? Paramatma only. Therefore, with Paramatma, how I have to deal? Either through bhakti in surrender or through jnana is oneness. In either of these cases, there cannot be any chance for mind to project any samsaric thoughts of ragadvesha or kamakrodha towards anything or being. That's called liberation. Staying in that moment, that experience eternally is liberation. Slipped from it, immediately Rupanama are given reality, they being many, then being varied, in that manyness and variedness, the differentiation is accepted, difference is accepted, and differentiation is done. From that, the labeling happens, from that, the desiring, the sankalpa happens, from that, all the unnecessary, unwanted samsara happens. Just like any example. Happily, we are living in our two-bedroom flat. But no, not enough because you compared with neighbors or somebody. Therefore, duplex बनाना है या नहीं तो 4 bedroom लेना है. You है तो दोनों लोग मियाँ बीवी. There's no need. Even 2 bedroom is unnecessary. Sometimes you fight. Therefore, 2 bedroom okay. But now that sankalpa, then money is spent, then the building constructed or you shifted. And what are you doing having shifted? You are living there only as a routine you had in the earlier 2 bedroom flat. Is it not just an the illusion in the mind to be thinking that is more comfortable? But do you accept it when it is said? No, 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 we justify it. In the same way, we are happy in whatever the vehicle we have. Somebody else we see, then we want bigger one. Then we take loan or this, that. But in that vehicle also, what are you doing? You're traveling from here to there. You are doing the same thing in that also. But it's a delusion. But then do we agree? No, 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 I'm more comfortable in this. More spacious, the car goes very faster and all. So these are all the justifications given to the illusions and projections. Thus, from one to the other, illusions we are going on shifting. That all starts from the basic illusion that the Rupanama is real apart from other than Paramatma. Hmm? Just two examples given for us to focus. So, Sokamayata Bahusyam Prajayeya. More and more deep contemplation we have to go into, first of all, for the theoretical conviction. What is the theoretical conviction? Finally, through the upadhis, whatever the Rupanama we do, we see, they are all the manifestation of Brahman only in that form. While that happening, the manifested Rupanama are neither permanent nor real. They are only appearances, manifestations. In and through that, the Brahma Vastu, Brahma Tattva, Brahma Atma alone is there. Now, the very crucial thing is because of the overpowering value given to Rupanama for millions of lives, the self and substratum and Atman of that Rupanama called as Parabrahma, we are not able to focus on. Secondly, this Parabrahma is all pervading. This Parabrahma is Nirvishesha, Nirvikara, Nirvivahara. Most importantly, it is not Jada. Most importantly, it is not an object. It is a subject in me. So, this theory, when it is understood, then our search will be for Brahman, for moksha. Point one is clear. Second, that Brahman is not object, therefore, it will be searched inside us as subject. That day, when we decide that the subjective self is Brahman and I have to discover that, we have understood Vedanta. It is to be experienced as the subject only, the Paramatma. It's not object. Such a subject it is. It is subject only. It can never be objectified. है ना, ये विषय नहीं है, विषयी है. सबके आधार रूपी ये तत्व है हमारे अंदर का. So, we are just summarizing as Bhagavan Shankara is summarizing what is studied in all the 6 Anuvakas, which is a profound, very intense, very deep analysis, explanation, both by Shruti Mata, both by Bhashyakara. If you are deeply, intensely involved in that contemplation, as we are just doing now, to a great extent, lot of the misunderstandings will go away, lot of perfect understandings would have come to us, both about the truth, the nature of the truth, the availability of the truth, then the process to reach out to the truth, and then experience of the truth. After which there is nothing called as something other than the truth to bind. That moksha अनुभूति आ जाएगा अगर हम पूरा ढंग से फॉलो करें तो. सो एज ए सेस कि आत्मा कामयता बहुश्याम इति. दिस मच वी एक्सप्लेन. अगेन यू सी, अस्ति नास्ति इति अनुप्रश्नः प्रकृतः. अस्ति और नास्ति, दैट प्रश्न वाज टेकन फॉर डिस्कशन. देन तस्य प्रतिवचन विषये, to clearly answer about Brahman as Asti, to answer it, Etaduktam, this is what is being spoken and continued. What is spoken? Atma akamayata, that the self has desired. So, Bhagavan on the basis of Shruti Mata is summarizing. Then Atma kamayata, what is its kamana? Ki bahusyam iti. Okay, because he has a potentiality, he just did that sankalpa or kamana that let me become many, let me appear as many. Okay, without such some or the other sankalpa, the appearance etc. cannot be possible. Therefore, we just say that he has done the akamayata. And why Shruti Mata used that word, the Paramatma did that kamana? Because to avoid the answer the question asked by disciple, he is the Paramatma Jada. If it is Jada, it is perishable. When the pot and mud example is given for the Karya Karana Sambandha between the effect Jagat and the cause Brahman, is this Brahman like the pot Jada? So if it is Jada, then it is again Martyam. And yad Jadam tad Martyam. Yad Martyam tadna Atma. Therefore, to see to it that the Paramatma is not that perishable Jada, the Chetana is brought. And to substantiate that is Chetana Sarupa, so Kamayata is said. The so Kamayata is substantiating the Parabrahma's non-Jadatva, that is Chaitanatva. Other side, the whole creation has come from him, that also is proved. Two in one. One shot, two birds. Therefore, the entire Srishti is his Sankalpa. Therefore, it alone works. You and I have only have to abide in whatever we are told to do and do sadhana to reach him out in our experience. Other than that, you cannot improve the world, you cannot edit world, you cannot change world, you can't do anything. It is his sankalpa. That also comes to us. These are all these deep understandings only ward off all our samsaric thoughts and actions. These understandings only make us more clear as to what to be achieved and how to achieve. तभी जाकर एक क्लैरिटी आता रहेगा. Otherwise, we are only meeting around the bush or groping in darkness. With this clarity, we know what exactly to be meditated and discovered, etc. So that's why we said that day. So कामयता बहुश्याम को जितना हो सके उतना contemplate करके come to the clearest natija. What are the implications, consequences of this sentence and its literal meaning in its deeper understanding? So kamayata bahusyam prajayeya. So same Lord when he does the sankalpa that many should be dissolved and I should remain as one. Again the whole created world dissolves and he alone remains. That's how भगवान के यहाँ से सृष्टि होती है फिर लय भी होता है. Then next one आत्मा कामेत बहुश्यामिति. Now saha, he has desire, now he'll have to fulfill that desire. Therefore saha, that Brahman yatha kamam cha, yatha kamam as he desired, आकाशादि कार्यम, आकाश से लेकर ये पृथ्वी तक he has made all that karyam. And always follow the principle. Principle is what? The expression of everything is his sankalpa, and that sankalpa जो हुआ है एक एक रूप में express करने का, that is nothing but the manifestation from the unmanifest. Not real, it is only manifestation. But the third most important, most crucial thing is what? In whatever form is going on expressing out of his sankalpa, he is fully very much in there in them as the Atma of that. ये मिस नहीं करना. So with his sankalpa, when Paramatma from himself manifested the unmanifest Akasha, for the Akasha as the Atma or the substratum, he is very much there. From the Akasha, when the Vayu came as a substratum for the Vayu, he is very much there. As the Agni, when he expressed from the Vayu, then to the Agni as a substratum is very much there. Without him, none of them are there. That principle has to be caught. Then a day will come, a question will come, then what is that thing in whose presence all these are there, in whose absence none of them are there? In the search of that, then when we drop all these present things, then that substratum which is present in their form, recognized as ourself. This is deep meditation. पहले ध्यान में क्या करना है सीखो. उसके लिए 10 साल भी लगे, 20 साल भी लगे, 10 जन्म, never mind. Once the clarity comes, then you jump. So clear, you know what to reach, what to do, how to do. हो गया? कहाँ बंधन है, कहाँ संसार है, कहाँ तकलीफ है बताओ? Nowhere. So स यथा कामम आकाशादि कार्यम he has expressed as. And at आकाशादि से लेकर पृथ्वी तक जब expression हुआ, it alone again has got into so many other forms which we see now. All those things which we see now are categorized into 5 pairs. What is that term? Sat Tyat Adi Lakshanam. Like, as the scientists derive or bring up everything in the creation into atoms level. Now they have gone into energy level, which Vedanthas derive it as the vrittis. The whole Jagat is vrittimaya. What we call as thoughts and vrittis is called as energy by the scientists. Energy looks to be little inert word. But chitta, when you say vrittis, you say there is a reflection of Paramatma, sentiency, etc. Energy concept cannot take you to reality. We also have the energy concept called as Shakti. Anyway, so in this world, we have to derive all the things appearing into these 5 categories. Pull them down and put. Other than these 5, there is nothing. Like in another language, what is said, whole world is nothing but the Jnana, Kriya, and Dravya from the Triguna standpoint. Is it not? The whole world is nothing but Jnana and Kriya and Dravya, three gunas. Another way, what he said, the world is nothing but three avasthas, Jagrata, Sapna, Sushupti. In another way, what he said, world as the Karana, Sukshma, and Sthula. See, so many ways the world is explained in our Shastras. All are right. From one or the other standpoint, it is said. Another place, what he said, world is nothing but the subject-object dichotomy. Aham idam is the whole Srishti. That also right. Another side said world is nothing but the mind. That's true also because in sleep there is no world. So here is what the whole world is these five pairs. Sat, Rupam, Murtiman, Murti, Tyat, Amurti. Then Niruktam, the talk, the words. Aniruktam is inexplicability. Nilayanam, need of abode. And Anilayanam cannot have an abode. Then most important is Vijnanam cha, is being sentient, conscious, knowing ability. Avijnanam is Jadata like Pashana. Finally, Satyam, very tangible to be touched with Indriya. So, Asatyam is Anruta means cannot be touched by the Indriyas, though it appears. All those things put me in that category. One example given is of the water and Mirage water. Water is tangible, you can touch, you can take bath in that pond. But the Mirage water appears, but it cannot be used as water because it's not real. So the Satyam Anrutam ka ek example hai. In this world, wherever the Satya Anruta are there all of them should be put in this category. So to wherever the Nilayana Anilayana discussions you talk, just talk that it all is in this Srushti only. Wherever we talk about Niruktam Aniruktam is Sara Paramatma only. Then the Sattu and Tyat also. So Satchatycha Bhavatu Niruktam cha Niruktam cha Nilayanam cha Nilayanam cha Vijnanam cha Vijnanam cha Satyam cha Anrutam cha Satyam Abhavat. So first he did Sankalpa, then he manifested the Mula Padartha Akashadi, then he modified those Mula Padartha Akashadi etc. To appear as these five pairs which makes the entire world. The more deeper we become in this, all the other wrong concepts about the reality given to the world to be other than Paramatma, all that goes away. Then, without entering into the world with samsara, with desires and getting lost, we reach to the self. In the world, when we have desires and involve in creating so many things, what is the purpose of all? To be continuously, infinitely happy only. Any scientist, any economist, any poet, any artist, whatever they are doing for what? Is it not for only one infinite Anandam? But are they getting it? No. Therefore, whatever they are doing, in which there is an exciting appearances are there of the things, they are all not real. They are not going to give any bliss. Any number of scientific, what science can develop and create beautiful things than what Lord already created. Bhagavan already created oceans and he already created sun, moon and star. He has already created the clouds, the space and all भूमि. अब उससे बढ़कर क्या बनाएगा साइंटिस्ट? तो भगवान का बनाया हुआ चीज ही हमको भगवान से दूर ले जा रहे हैं. तो उनमें फिर एक ह्यूमन बीइंग अपने दिमाग से साइंटिस्ट मानकर उन्हीं को यूज करते हुए जितने भी अद्भुत चीजें बनावे हैं और देखने को अद्भुत है उनमें से जो हमारा चाहत है परमानेंट हैप्पीनेस वो नहीं मिलने वाला. Like today, science developed so much. After 5 years, it may do 1,000 more things. They're all secondary level of Maya only. Primary Maya is what Bhagavan created. From that only we are. When Bhagavad Srushta Maya Janita Jagat only is binding us, Manushya Srushta to और भी bind करेगा. What is the bondage? In search of happiness, becoming miserable. Therefore, all of that is discarded instead of seeing or trying to get happiness from the manifested world. Let us find the happiness in that self which is manifesting of the world by keeping away the world, namely name and form. This is what is the true real search because when you reach to substratum, that is found to be infinite. In infinite, Sukha, Dukkha, all of them null and void, they happen. In being infinite itself is a bliss. Itself is a contentment, is an happiness. So there the happiness word is translated into bliss. Bliss is called as Purnata or Trupti or that Shanti. Not only Ananda. The word used is Ananda, but it is Purnata, Trupti and Shanti. It's not any Vishaya Ananda, etc. Ananda, that I am infinite, therefore no misery of finitude. Ananda, that I am endless, therefore no fear of death. Ananda of being one without second, therefore there is nobody to trouble me or persecute me. That's what is the bliss of self, by the way. So we have seen here कि summarize करते हुए अस्ति नास्ति is prashna. For the prativachana of that, so kamayata is spoken and the kamana is explained as Bhashyam, and to fulfill the dream is kamana. Bhagavan first expressed as the akashadi karyam, and from this akashadi only these 5 pairs have come in which the entire world is there. स्थूल जगत, सूक्ष्म जगत, कारण जगत, आपका जगत, मेरा जगत, कॉमन जगत, सारे इसी में ही है. Okay, satyadi lakshanam sruštva. Now comes the next important discussion. Now the discussion are two types. One is what is said in the Shruti Mata, Bhagavan Shankara is summarizing. Second discussion point is what? In that way only we have to discover Paramatma and then get liberation from our Jiva Bhava. First point, by this type of study, that he alone has done sankalpa, kamana, to fulfill that kamana, he only expressed as panchabhutas, from that only all the 5 pairs. So, by this what is understood? In and through all that, Paramatma alone is there. Other than him is there is nothing. Therefore, there is nothing worthy in this world to be sought after. Because there is nothing real. Then if at all you have to sort out of the reality only you have to sort out. And what is reality to be sought? SOUGHT. Only Parabrahma. Now where is the Parabrahma Upalabdhi? That is the next question. He is never there in any the name of the form for our availability. He is very much there. Like the milk is there, cow may, at every place. But everywhere you cannot go and milk the cow. You have to go to the udder only. Then only the milk will come. Is it not? The pranavayu is there in the every cell of the body, but then the pranavayu goes either through or the nose or the mouth in coordination. That is the only way. Is it not? The vision ability is belonging to whom? मन को. मन किधर है? पूरे शरीर में. But फिर भी the ability of vision of the mind, which is all pervading the body, expresses only through the eyes, the golakas. So too, where is the audition ability? It is in the mind. Where is the mind? In the entire body. But still, where do we listen from? Not from the nose or the ears, eyes. It is only through ears. So be very clear about it. Two aspects. All pervading Paramatma, one point. Second is, has got the Upalabdhi Dwara and Upalabdhi Sthana, Upalabdhi Paddhati and Upalabdhi Sthiti in a different manner, not in the world. Where is the Upalabdhi Sthana? Where is the entry? That is what it said. The entry point is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then entry place is called the Vijnanamaya Gufa. And in what form he is available there? His availability to us there is called as his entry in this Upanishad. Tat Srishtva Tadeva Anupravishat. Already discussed, Pravesha of Paramatma other than this way is not at all possible. Every way of entry of Paramatma has been thwarted or what do you say, cancelled by the Siddhanti when the Purva Pakshi was trying to put in so many ways. ऐसे प्रवेश किए क्या न, ऐसे किए क्या न, ऐसे किए क्या न, तो प्रवेश किए ही नहीं. हाँ, therefore if the sentence only is waste, let us edit the Upanishad. How much frustration he got the disciple there we saw. Then Bhagavan said, answer, no. The whole purpose of this topic is different. You look from that purpose, then the meaning of Pravesha, you'll have a totally different meaning. It is Pravesha without Pravesha. Without Pravesha because there is no place where he is not there for to enter. Then Pravesha because that is how he is available to us. So where is he available? That is the next point. He says, ki sat tyatyadi lakshanam sruštva tad anupravishya. He has entered there. Anupravishya. What has he become? Be attentive. Ki pashyan shrunvan manvanaha vijanan. Iti bahu abhavatu. Remember, the second level of becoming many of the God is what? First level of becoming many is the Panchabhutas, and through that the entire world. Second level of becoming is what? He himself is becoming Pashyan Shunvan Manvanaha Vijanan Ityadi. He himself is becoming the listener, the seer, the thinker, and the feeler, etc. Just try to catch this point. It's very important, very subtle point. So therefore, anything seen, smelt, heard, or thought of, which is an object, which is also pervaded by the Lord, but in that the Lord is not cognizable. The Lord is cognizable in the subject, not in the object. So दृश्य में भगवान नहीं मिलते, जो ताकि है वो है जो दृश्य में मिलेंगे नहीं, वो दृष्टा में मिलेंगे. सो टू भगवान श्रवण या शब्द में नहीं मिलेंगे, शब्द के जो श्रोता है ना अंदर, उसमें मिलेंगे. Is it in the thought the Bhagavan is not there, in the thinker Bhagavan is, in the feelings Bhagavan is not there, in the feeler. So therefore, beautifully, ki pashyan shunvan manmana vijanan iti bahu abhavat. The next level of bahu bhavanam of Lord is, he himself is appearing as through the upadhis, the hearer, smeller, taster, toucher, feeler, thinker, etc. Seer. This is what it is. Therefore, tasmat tad eva idam akashadika. Again, he is putting it. Bhagavan Shankara's kindness, compassion in repeatedly trying to summarize, helping us, if you really thoroughly study it in this way 3-4 times, to catch the main point. Tasmat, therefore, tad eva, that Brahman alone, idam akashadi karanam, that Brahman alone is all these akasha adi, which are karyam of Brahmana, but the karanam for the next generation of the created, called as Sat, Tyatu, Ityadi. So कार्यस्थम, देखो आकाशादि, देखो बढ़िया बात है, ब्रह्म है, इज ए कारणम. व्हाट इज द कार्य फॉर हिम? आकाशादि. आकाशादि इज द कारणम. व्हाट इज द कार्य फॉर इट? द सत्य त्यत इत्यादि एंटायर वर्ल्ड. Now, is that Satyatyat Ityadi Karyam can be without the Karanam, the Panchabhutas? No. Therefore, are the Panchabhutas permeating all the Satyatu? Very much. But can the Panchabhutas be the effect which are without the Karana, the Brahma? No. Therefore, is the Brahman the Karana permeated in the Karana, Karya, Akashadi? Yes. Through that, has he permeated also in the second level of Karya called as Satyatyatu? Yes. That first point we have to. Then after that, where is it to be found? That is what is Shruti Mata's kindness. That is what is a crucial point. Ki parame vyoman hrudaya guhayam nihitam. Underline this point. Yeah, parame vyoman hrudaya guhayam nihitam. So this is what summarizing the first Anuvaka and the sixth Anuvaka put together. Because that is the Upakrama, the beginning, this is the Upasamhara, the ending. Upakrama, Upasamhara, same. And that's what Brahma Vidapnoti Param Tadesha Bhyukta Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Sah Brahmana Vipaschiteti. From there it started. Here also, Tat Sushtva Tadeva Anupravishat. That Anupravesha of Brahman is what is said there. That inside the gufa is to be found. So, Parame Vyoman Hrudaya Guhayam Nihitam. Come to this point. All pervading Paramatma, for our recognition and availability, is there in the Parame Vyoman Guhayam. In the Buddhi Guha, in that conscious space. Is in that space. Therefore, come out of Anna Pranamana, come to Vijnanamaya Kosha. In the Vijnanamaya Kosha, also enter into the Guha. In the Guha of Jnata Jnanam Jnayam. In the Jnata Jnanam Gneyam also, drop Gneyam and Jnanam. Hold on to Jnata. The Jnata is the Drashta, Shrota, Manta, Vijnata, ityad. And that Jnata, be attentive, has two aspects in him. One is Vritti aspect, second is Chidakasha or Chit Pratibimba aspect called Chidabhas. This Vritti aspect, when you drop, then Chidabhasa itself is discovered as Chit. This Chidabhasa or the Chit is what is the supreme infinite conscious space only. It is infinite like the space, therefore the space word is used for it. And it is not like the outer space, which is jada, not the inner space of the chitta, which also is jada, but it is the innermost space, which is conscious space. Space word is used to indicate its infinitude. Space word is used to tell that in the space anything comes and anything goes, it doesn't disturb the space. To convey that topic, the Vyoma word is used. I am explaining the word Vyoma. Why the Paramatma is called as Vyoma? Because of his infinitude, because of his non-disturbed, not getting disturbed by anything which gets manifested in that and gets unmanifested. And why it's called Paramavyoma? Why that supreme space? Because there are other two space also. One, the Chitta Akasha, before that is the Bhuta Akasha. The Bhuta Akasha is what we see, in which sun, moon, star, earth, all of us are hanging. Chitta Akasha is that in which all the thoughts are hanging. Chitta Akasha is that in which the Chitta Akasha, Bhuta Akasha, both are there. Therefore, it is Parama Suprema than these two, and without that, these two cannot be. These two are supported by that only. So, that Parama Vyoma Rupa Chit Swarupa Sat Swarupa Atma is our goal. And don't get excited when you discover Paramatma. Oh, kaisa rahega? Kuch nahi, it's simpler than the simplest, calmer than the calm it is. It's not a high miraculous way of experience. The first experience will be miraculous because it is something different from what we are familiar with. That ha ooh. It is not every time, first time only. Thereafter, it is an infinite, blissful, conscious existence that it is me. There are no excitements, there are no any of the things. In any of the true great achievements, when you are conscious, there are not very excitements. Yeah, jo hona tha hua hai. Same way, that is the self. Discovered that. So don't expect any ashcharya wonder that is continuously happening. The way the Upanishads talks about ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, the context is different there. The context is one, it is totally different from what is the familiar world. Whenever you see something non-familiar, don't we become ascharyavan? Yeah. Aha, aha, charati the ascharya. It's wonderful, it's beautiful, it is inexplicable. I never seen that. These are the expressions for the word ascharya. So anyway, so guhayam parame vyoman he is there available in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. From that the Vijnanamaya Gufa, in that the Triputi of Jnata Jnanam Gneyam, in that Gneyam and Jnanam dropped, in the Jnata first is available there as Drashta, Shota, Manta, Vijnata, and in that also that knowingness is there to the Ahamvritti illumined by Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is a reflection of the Chit in the Ahamvritti. This Ahamvritti with Chidabhasa, owning, becoming knower, he is the one who knows and he owns and he sankalp karta hai, he does it and he experiences. He is a samsar, he is a jiva. But in that knowing ability ke roop mein Paramatma hai. And from where the Ahamvritti is becoming a knower, Chidabhasa. Where from the Chit Abhasa coming? From the pure Chit Swarupa Atma. Where is the Chit is coming from? Shuddha Sat Swarupa. Here coming means manifestation. Therefore, guhayam parame hruday guhayam nihitam. And the next line is $1 million. Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena. Tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena. So, tat pratyaya means buddhi guhaka pratyaya. Pratyaya means the content there. And pratyaya avabhasa. Avabhasa means illuminator. Visheshena in the form of that specific expression. So tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam. So generally Parabrahma is Nirvishesha. Everywhere is Nirvishesha and nirvyavahara. Though therefore he is everywhere, yet we are not able to find him. We have already discussed that. हर जगह होने पर भी भगवान क्यों नहीं दिखते? क्योंकि निर्विशेष. Like the 10 people are 100% similar kind, 100% let us say, not even little different. तो उसमें एक बंदा चोरी किया. How will you find it? You can't, because one of them only is chore. But it is nirvishesha because all are looking alike. Then what do? You try to find a vishesha to catch him. Then you search how did he stealing? He has done it left hand. So who are the right hand is here? They remove them. So 3 left hand लोग मिल गए. Then उनके पाँव हाथ कुछ ना कुछ विशेष के द्वारा you will catch that one. In the same way, in the entire world, though Paramatma is permeated, he is there nirvishesha rupena. That is why it will never be available. And without being visheshana, you can't even recognize him. Therefore, though he is nirvishesha everywhere, somewhere Bhagavan is expressing as vishesha. That is the place where we can catch him from. And that is called as buddhi guha, where tat pratyaya abhasa visheshena. What is tat pratyaya abhasa vishesha? The drashta, shrota, manta इत्यादि इनको प्रत्यय कहते हैं. इनका अवभास मीन्स इनको ये दृष्टा श्रोता मंता एबिलिटी कहाँ से आ रहा है? As we just now said, that chidavasa. So the chidavasa, because of chidavasa, becoming smeller, no, tastier, or the seer, etc. This is called the visheshana of the Brahma for our availability. Through that, we go even beyond. Then the two stages are, one is Shuddha Chaitanya, then Shuddha Astirupa. Finally, Astirupa. That is what it will conclude with. Therefore, asti iti tat pratyaya avabhasa visheshena upalabhyamanam asti. And asti iti evam vijaniyat. है करके भी पता करना है उनको, है के रूप में भी है और दूसरे रूप में नहीं है, ऐसे हमको उनको अनुभव करना है. And then one more thing that can be added is that happen, that existence is me. Iti uktam bhavati. This is what we were struggling to talk to you through all these main mantras and bhashyams and Purvapakshis, Prashna and Siddhantis, Uttara ityadi. Listen it 2-3 more times. Will not be this knowledge clear? Then after this, you don't go wrong, either in Vyavahara or in our Adhyatmikata. We will know now. Therefore, only the 3 steps in spirituality is what? Come what may, come out of all the koshas, enter into Vijnanamaya kosha. Step 1. Second step, in the Vijnanamaya kosha, reach to the Drashta, Shrota, Manta, Vijnata, Chidavasa Yukta Aham. Third, by that Ahamruti Chodo, discover that Chidavasa to be Chitta, that Chitta to be the Paramatma. So here, the Chidabhasa or Ahamruti ka differentiation ko in Yoga Bhasha called as Viveka Khyati. Then there when the Paravairagya comes up, then that Ahamruti ke prati bhi Vairagya ho jayega. When that Vairagya comes, when it is dropped, then Chidabhasa becomes one with the Chit. Aham is a Vritti. Vritti sustains to continue as a samsari. Its sustenance as well as continue to bind as samsara goes on till we value it. Like I will be in your life till you value me. The moment you devalue me, slowly I go away from your life. In the same way, aham is the thing sustaining, covering the purna ahama as long as we value it. When our goal is Chit Swarupa, Sat Swarupa Paramatma, and that cannot be experienced along with the Aham Vritti, therefore choose any one of them. If you choose the Aham Vritti, then the self will help you from behind. But the Aham will come out to become Jnata, Manta, Shrota through Indriyas. After that, the desirer, after that, actor, after that, Karma Phala Bhokta, for that, Janma Marana. These are all happen. I, the Jiva, because of my Karma Phala, given this body, given these circumstances, only to get the Karma Phala of Sukha Dukkha for the Karma I have done. इससे ज़्यादा इनका कोई मतलब ही नहीं है और इसमें मैंने खुद ही फंसा अपने इग्नोरेंस से. आफ्टर नोइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स, ये सब तो पहले की एलकेजी में बताते हैं वेदांत में. वेदांती को ना इन सब का अभी हो गया लॉन्ग वे हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट विवेक एंड वैराग्य. वी आर जस्ट वांटिंग टू नो दिस. Anyway, we brought that prasanga here. So because of these reasons, if I choose the aham vritti, then I become the karta, bhokta and samsari. Therefore, cease or don't choose the aham vritti. Then other alternative is chidavasa. Chidavasa cannot be chidavasa without aham vritti. Then it will be a chit only. That chit is nothing but sat. And these are all my experiences only. And aham purna became vritti reflected aham when the chidavasa reflected an aham vritti. Where is aham vritti? In its own maya. It's in its own absence it is. Aham is not there. I am aham kuta bhavati iti chinvatai patati aham nija vicharanam. Purna Brahma Rupa aham is there. But Vritti Rupa aham is not really there. But when you value, and as long as we value, it continues. And he is the Karta, he is the Bhokta, and I think I am that now. This is a very subtle, intricate thought. Like I am a man, but I studied engineering, then I become engineer. So I think myself as engineer. Throughout the day, I work like an engineer. I am called by others also engineers of IA. I am given that work. But actually, because of Upadhi of engineering knowledge, I became so. Otherwise, I am a man, that's it. Others became doctor, etc. I only give up engineering and take up some profession. It is only I hold it. In the same way, I hold the aham vritti, I become jiva through chidavasa, and the completion of jiva bhava is when the mana, buddhi, chitta, and dehendriya prana, all of them we identify with. That aham has the capacity of all the three: knowing, owning, using, and getting bound. It knows the upadhis, it owns the upadhis, it uses the upadhis, and it gets into soup. This is aham. Which aham? Me. But the same aham can dissolve itself in the experience of purna aham. अब किसको हो रहा है का अनुभव? पूर्ण अनुभव क्यों होगा? अहम वृत्ति को अहम वृत्ति का अनुभव हुआ, पूर्ण अनुभव पूर्ण को होगा. So that is why the ultimate problem in Vedanta is what? The fear of losing our individuality. And it is not only the fear, you have to drop your limited individuality, then only infinite self we become one with. Because of the habit of living through the upadhi as an individual for millions of lives, we don't immediately accept the possibility of living as continuously the self without becoming an individual. That barrier in our understanding we have to break. For that only 100 times we gave the example, river will be no more when it merges in the ocean. But then, does it mean the ocean disappears? Ocean is always there. Therefore, I as an individual cease to exist, but I as the universal conscious existence, I continue. देखो, but that is why people in Vedanta डर कर चले आते हैं. वेदांत या भक्ति सब में सबको छोड़ने को हम तैयार होते हैं, लेकिन अहम को नहीं छोड़ सकते. बट अहम को छोड़े बिना आध्यात्मिकता नहीं होता. The real self cannot be experienced without dropping aham. Like, unless we drop the dreamer aham, can I become the waker aham? Unless I drop the waker aham, can I become the deep sleeper aham? Unless I drop that, can I again become dreamer? Even if little iota of the dreamer is held, I am not completely woken up. So too, even little of the waker is held, I can't enter into dreamer sleep. So too, even little of the aham is held, I can't come out of jiva bhava to enter into atma anubhava. Atma anubhava is mukti. Okay, to this jiva. And what is bandhana to jiva? Himself only. These are the little intricate, little subtler things. When we are matured, Bhagavan gives us that intuitive ability. When we worship Him and do upasana, that time understanding as well as acceptance of the self-sacrifice is done. Once we accept to sacrifice the individuality, then we emerge in total. And what is individuality? Nothing but bundle up all past experiences, bundle up present desires for future experiences, and in the world identification with all. So only that nonsense. And every day we are dropping it to enter into sleep to be happy. There was nothing a big issue to be ready to sacrifice this ego. Every day we are doing. But finally we should be ready for that final experience. Anyway, so this is how the summary of up to the sixth Anuvaka we have seen. Finally what? Asti iti evam vijaniyat iti uktam bhavati. So Vijaniyat should be experienced as the self, my own self. In what way? Asti iti. And where upalabhyamanam tat pratyaya abhasa visheshena. The विज्ञानमय के प्रत्यय जो है मैं जानता हूं है, इस विशेषण के रूप में परमात्मा है, विशेषण के रूप में एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं. इसलिए उस विशेषण तक जाने के लिए बाकी सब छोड़ो, विशेषण तक जाकर विशेषण को भी छोड़ो. तो ज्ञातृत्व आदि when they are dropped in the observance of the Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa also dropped after the dropping of Aham Vritti. Chit alone experienced. And that Chit is eternally there as Asti or Sat. Chit is not our goal. Our goal is Asti or Sat only. So in this way, again and again listen, get more clarity, enter. And if the subject is very clear, and with little of vairagya in the world outside, try to do meditation. वो लग जाता है अंदर. That is why it's a Vihanga Marga Vedanta. If you understand it and you get avoidance in it. But that ruthless vairagya for the world, then that's what burning, yearning desire to get rid of the samsara, and also the tivra jignasa to experience the self. When these three are there, these three plus theoretical clarity takes to that anubhava very quickly. In other margas, oh Bhagwan कहते हैं, this is like cardiac operation, Vedanta. Emergency, आते ही अंदर कर दिया, चेक किया पैरामीटर, फटाफट, because you can't wait for it. Other things are like dermatology and orthopedics. उसका कोई अंत नहीं होता. They never end problem. Is it not? And they are not so severe also. They are not life-threatening. The cardiovascular life-threatening. I'm just telling that way. In the same way, Jnana Marga is that which you know it goes into the heart and removes the ego. That is called as bypass surgery. You discover yourself. The other things, dhire, one day. In this way, we have seen it, 6th Anuvaka. Now, 7th Anuvaka में हम आज प्रवेश करते हैं. In this, what do we do today? We'll study the Sambandha Bhashya, Avatarika, 2-3 lines. Then the Mantrocharana. Then maybe 1 or 2 minutes, we'll see the literal meaning of this thing. And very profound, very deep, very detailed, very useful, very subtle is this 7th Anuvaka also, like the 6th one. Again, here also invoke the Guru Parampara Krupa, today Puja Gurudev's Jayanti, and our Shruti Mata's Krupa, Guru Tattva Krupa, our own Ishta Devata's Krupa, to make us fit enough to go into the deep, correct, complete, detailed understanding of all these Anuvakas, of this Upanishad and all our studies. So what is the Sambandha Bhashya for the 7th? 6th is over. We have detailedly studied. We have studied it as a summary also, as taught to us by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Put it in bullet points form. Parabrahman alone is there. He has desired. He manifests as the entire world of Panchakosha, Panchamahabhuta, as well as Satyat Ityadi. Then he made himself available to us in the Buddhi Guha as Pashyan, Shunnan, Manvana Ityadi. So go there and drop all these Visheshanas, you will discover him. As Asti iti evam upalabhyamanam iti etaduktam bhavati iti evam vijaniyat. Visheshana upalabhyamanam asti iti vijaniyat. He is available as the Visheshana of consciousness as well as Chidabhasa. He is available as. But he should be experienced vijaniyat as what? Asti. अस्थि रूप में अनुभव करना है. चेतना के रूप में वो हमको पकड़ने के लिए अवेलेबल है. चिदाभास के रूप में वो हमको पकड़ने के लिए अवेलेबल है. थ्रू चिदाभास प्रत्यय विशेष रूप में एज ज्ञाता दृष्टा श्रोता ही इज अवेलेबल. सो विथ ईच ऑफ दोस थिंग्स लाइक आई एम ए सीयर विद आईज. सो दृश्य के ऊपर, दर्शन के ऊपर दृष्टि है तो संसार. दृष्टा के प्रति हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं तो साधना. द दृष्टा इज वहु. The Vijnanamaya Kosha Antargata, the Chidabhasa only. Chidabhata is who, Chidabhasa is Chaitanya only. The Chaitanya Paramatma is who? Asti. Asti is the Anubhuti. Asti के अनुभव के लिए भगवान ये चिद आभासा चित्त एज वेल एज ज्ञाता दृष्टा श्रोता मंता के रूप में हमारे लिए अवेलेबल है. नॉट दिस ज्ञाता दृष्टा श्रोता identifying with the dehadi upadhi and becoming samsari. For not this purpose, Bhagavan is available there. This thing in the devotional language, put it in different way. आंख जो भगवान को नहीं देखते हैं और कुछ देखते हैं, वो मोर पंख के समान है, मीन्स दे आर ऑफ नो यूज. कान जो है भगवान का नाम नहीं सुनते हैं, वो तो सांपों को रहने का ये घर है. दे आर नॉट द रियल ईयर्स. द टंग which doesn't take the Lord's name, it's like the beck of a frog. What is the meaning in that is this only. The drashta, shrota, manta, vijnata in me. If he becomes karta and bhokta through upadi, samsara. But when through this study, when you know this Rashrutva, Sotrutva, Mantrutva, Ignatrutva is the expression of Parabrahman only for our availability. First to reach to that. Then from there go to Chidabhasa. तो मैं आंखों से दुनिया को क्यों देख पा रहा हूं? आंखों के पीछे रहने वाले परमात्मा को जानने के लिए. ही इज ए वेदांत. आई एम देख पा रहा हूं क्योंकि पूरे दुनिया को देखो, उसमें मजा देखो और एंजॉय करो. इट्स ए संसार. दिस माइंड टेल्स. is a projection of the mind, ignorant mind. That is why अविद्या से माया मन को बनाता है, मन इन सब को बनाकर संसार में फेंकता है. We saw in our yesterday day before that 12th skanda 6th श्लोक of the 5th chapter. पूरा कनेक्ट करने से ना हमको क्लियर पिक्चर आता है. So the life is expressing through me, through all faculties, for me to discover my identity with the life. If the life expressing in me through these upadhis is used by me for being extroverted, I myself am choosing to become a samsari. There's nobody here. मैं ही हूँ. मेरे इंद्रियों से बाहर भटकूंगा तो संसारी बनूंगा. और मेरी इंद्रिय इत्यादि जिस चैतन्य के कारण है, अस्थि के कारण, if I reach out to that, I am sadhak. That is why the one who knows the truth, he knows the truth in every experience. Pratibodha vidam matam. The one who doesn't know the truth in experience, every experience other than the truth, he only sees the experiencer, experienced and experiencing Tripati. In that also experiencer, he thinks he is real, and for his experience as if the experienced objects, he goes on modifying to get a good experience. All that is Maya. Aham vritti itself is Maya. Then what to talk about? For the sake of this aham, we are doing this or that. ये सब थोड़ा सा गंभीर है, पकड़ में आएगा आज नहीं तो कल. Then these type of subtle understandings, will break away, shatter away all misunderstandings, all Maya are the notions on whose edifies our base. We are living our outer life. पूरा बाहर का हमारा जीवन एक कुछ गलत स्तंभों के ऊपर, वो बुनियादी या बेसमेंट के ऊपर खड़ा है. These Vedanta breaks or cuts or removes or destroys those base. There's no samsara. When you deeply understand Vedanta, even if you want, you can't be a samsari. If you deeply, correctly understand. Therefore, because of not knowing, called as ignorance or avidya, unnecessarily, instead of through the jnata, manta, vijnata, instead of through them knowing the self, I am only caught up in the world outside. If this thought becomes stronger, deeper, will I through the upadhi go into the world to embrace it? No, samsara khatam. एक मिनट क्या, एक सेकंड में है. It's just like when you're putting that kheer in your katori with so much of desire to drink it. है ना? इतना हमको पीना है, पूरा आधे से ज़्यादा मैं ही पीऊँगा, बाकी को नहीं दूँ. Suddenly somebody, the cook said कि इसमें छिपकली गिरी है. छिपकली. How much time it will take for you, unless you are from China and Thailand? How much time it will take for you to stop pouring and throwing it away? How much time it will take? Instantaneous. In the same way, if the knowledge is very pakka, instantaneously we withdraw from the world without effort. That is why the jnanam is the one to remove the samsara as well as to give the Paramatma anubhuti. That is the Upanishad jnanam. Tattva jnanam, Bhashyakara is guiding us how to understand it. Be regular, be serious, be sincere, be committed. Then their grace will come in making us understand all these things. After all these are known, we know what to live for, we know how to meditate, we know how to know the self and get liberated. And do that. How many janma punya we have done, kya kitne guru seva kiya hoga ki this great Upanishadic jnanam we are able to receive. But it's only beginning. It all again depends on our regularity, sincerity, commitment, learning, avoidance, the mood which we have now while talking, while listening. Moment the class is over, we drop. There we have to again rectify ourselves throughout the day in this mood of tattva only we have to be. We have to create our life and atmosphere like that. I can't go on talking, you can't go on listening, but both of us should and can go on being in this mood. Understood? Don't drop this mood of Aham Brahmasmi and enter into Aham Jivosmi. धीरे धीरे हमको वो इस मूड को उधर ले जाना. That is why we are taught the upasana, bhakti. Become a bhakta in puja room and carry that bhakta throughout the day, taking the whole world as Bhagwan and do like the bhakta did here, the seva of the world. There is no samsara to it. So to in the class, Aham Brahmasmi, when it is caught, just revel in that only throughout the day. Let other actions happen, minimum which are required, which doesn't need much of the attention. Do not need much of the importance. अरे क्या है थोड़ा सारे पूरे दुनिया का जो भी आपका 1% attention ज़्यादा है उसके लिए. The capacity of the mana buddhi is so great. If it is brought into that concentrated mood and all to do all these works, like we have in Telugu, Ashtavadhani, Shatavadhani, Sahasravadhani. That's the capacities of mind. 1,000 people they listen at one time and remember all that what they said. If that's the capacity of the mind, what are the works which you have in the world? Chote chote. You're not a Pradhan Mantri. छोटा है उसके लिए 1% मन का 2% जो 5 बाकी सब we can revel only in this contemplation. So let us pray today Gurudev's Jayanti. Hey Gurudeva, Paramatma, all the Guru Parampara, please Sarvada Sthapanam Buddhe Shuddhe Brahmani Sarvatha Tat Samadhanam Ityuktam Natijita Silalanam. That real Samadhana of our Buddhi staying always in the Vicharana and Prayatna and Anubhuti of Atma Vastu Brahma Vastu. Please bless us. This is the only desire of ours. Only Sankalpa, only Prarthana, only Vara we ask you. If we can submit that way, the grace will come. We have to put our own intellectual effort. We have to struggle on the seat of meditation. We have to do the upasana and prayers. All put together is evolution. And little of the abhyas of the yoga for the removal of the vrittis, which are unwanted. सब मिलकर साधना होता है. सारे गुरुजन हमको अनुग्रह करें. So remain whole day in the thought of Paramatma, in the thought of Gurudev, in the thought of we have to reach to them in our experience. Thank you. Om. Acha, we said we will chant it, no? तत एतस्मिन्नर्थे ब्राह्मणोक्ते एष श्लोको मन्त्रो भवति यथा पूर्वेषु अन्नमयाध्यात्मप्रकाशकाः पञ्चस्वपि एवं सर्वान्तरतम आत्मा अस्तित्वप्रकाशकः अपि मन्त्रः कार्यद्वारेण भवति. 1 minute only I'll take. कि तद एतस्मिन् अर्थे. Now we are chanting Tadapyesha Shloko Bhavati. The last line 6th Anuvakaka Bhashyam. Tad means Etasmin Arte. Etasmin Arte means in the Guha as the Asti, the Paramatma has to be discovered. This is the sentence said so far by the Yajurveda Brahmana. Yajurveda Brahmana. Now Rigveda mantra is going to say Tad Etasmin Arte Brahmanokte Esha Shlokaha Mantra Bhavati. See, the Brahmana belongs to Yajurveda, mantra belongs to Rigveda. We are studying Yajurveda Brahmanas to substantiate that the Rigveda mantra is quoted at the end of every of the kosha. Bhavati कहकर यथा पूर्वेषु, just like in the earlier cases, अन्नमयादि आत्म प्रकाशकाः, अन्नमय प्राणमय मनोमय को आत्मा के रूप में जब हमको दिखा रही थी हमारे ये जो ब्राह्मण रूपी यजुर्वेद, ऋग्वेद मंत्रास also श्रुति माता quoted पंचस्वपि. In the same way as the tradition is going on of quoting from the Rigveda, now also सर्वांतरतम आत्मा अस्तित्व प्रकाशकः, सबके अंदर रहने वाले आत्मा का अस्तित्व को प्रकाशन करने वाले, रिवील करने वाले, एक्सप्लेन करने वाले अपि मंत्रः. Also there is a mantra कार्य द्वारेण भवति. By showing us the कार्य कारण मीमांसा, it is there. इति षष्ठोनुवाकः. In this way षष्ठोनुवाक is over. सप्तमोनुवाकः शुरू करते हैं हम. So we'll chant it a day today. Tomorrow we'll study it exhaustively. Beautiful it would be. Om Asadva idamagra asit tato vai sadajayata tadatmanaggasvayam kuruta tasmat tat sukrutamocchata iti yadvai tat sukrutam raso vai saha rasaggahyevayam labdvanandi bhavate kohyevanyat kah pranyat यदेश आकाश आनंदो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अथ सोऽभयं गतो भवते यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ओम शांति शांति शांति. Now you see main mantra when you chant कुछ भी नहीं होता मुझे. Then we see the bhashya, little it gets opened up. Same bhashya when you study 10 times 12 times, more and more clarity. Like sixth anuvaka when we chanted asanne vasabhavati asad brahm, it was so vague, but we have solidly spent almost 16 or 18 days or even 20 days for that. Now a clarity came, an outline came, where from the Srishti has come. In the Srishti, what is there totally permeating? That Paramatma. Yet the Paramatma cannot be recognized anywhere because everywhere he is there, Nirvishesha, Nirvyavahara. Still, we have to find him first in intellectual understanding, then sadhana and siddhi. For that sake only, he is available in the heart. That availability in the heart of the Lord is said to be his pravesha there. See? All this clarity because of continuous study. This was not there. Without this knowledge, we were doing every upasana throughout every of the life, getting its phala of sukha dukkha of the samsara, not the moksha. अब थोड़ा हमको ज्ञान मिल रहा है, इसके अनुसार जाएंगे तो वी रीच टू द सेल्फ इन आवर ओन केव ऑफ हार्ट, देन इट इज फ्रीडम फ्रॉम ऑल जीवादि भाव. सी द डिफरेंस. That is the glory only of our Upanishadic Vedanta Jnana. Nothing in front. Anybody, any other gurus of Bhakti, Yoga, ये सारे लोग ना ये वेदांत को ही लेकर एक हिस्सा उसका यूज करके अपना पूरा बनाते हैं अपने सिद्धांत को. Like any of the religions in the world took something from Sanatana Dharma, then they glorified and started living it. Anybody, the Buddha, the Jaina, the Sikhism, all other religions, they take one part of Sanatana Dharma, one part of the our Shruti, and on that उनका वो भूख वो क्या कहते हैं जीवनी चलती है. But our Shastras are so vast, so beautiful, so deep, so sublime, and so perfect. And to add it to that is our Bhashyakara's Bhashyam. May we become more qualified in our hearts with our purity to study more deeply these things, understand and abide. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramavrishibhyo Namaha परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः समस्त ब्रह्मविद आचार्योभ्यो नमः श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायनाग्निवल्क्य आदिशंकरादि गुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री चिन्मयानंद सद्गुरवे नमः तत्सत् सर्वं परब्रह्म गुरुचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु. थैंक्स.